Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, reports that Donald Trump has put his planned state visit to Britain on hold for fear of wide-scale protests, not least here in Westminster, they've been denied now by the White House and by the British government. The US President, anyway, has his hands full at home. In the last hour, another appeals court ruling means his travel ban remains blocked across the country. Then there's the Russian investigation, and he's being sued by 2 attorneys general over payments by foreign companies to his businesses. Live now to Washington, where our correspondent Kylie Morris is outside the Trump International Hotel. Kylie.
Well, John, yes, we've just been hearing from Sean Spicer, the White House spokesman, who was asked about the question of whether or not Donald Trump will take this state visit, go to the UK, and he has answered by saying, look, nothing was scheduled. So it seems now more likely that that visit won't happen. If it doesn't happen, I think, though, it's more likely to have something to do with the chaos he's facing here at home rather than the prospect of protests in London. You mentioned the problem of the travel ban, this new lawsuit over corruption, and, of course, the cloud over Russia. This president is looking increasingly embattled, whether you view it from London or Los Angeles. Donald Trump and his family, for the most part, orbit between the White House and his golf courses, with occasional visits to the heartland to absorb the closely held adoration of his supporters. He's not been west of the Mississippi since taking office. Even Washington, D.C., or the swamp, as the president calls it, is a less friendly place than they'd expected, according to his daughter, Ivanka.
There's a level of viciousness that I was not expecting. I was not expecting the intensity of this experience.
At home and abroad, the president is feeling the recoil from his program to shake things up.
Would you like the state visit to be called off?
You know, I don't think we should be rolling out the red carpet to the president of the USA in the circumstances where his policies go against everything we stand for.
Shakespeare in the Park.
And it's not only London that's inhospitable. Even as it turns out, a dead but famous English playwright has it in for the president.
And this play, which is about Julius Caesar, portrays someone who, they don't say it's President Trump, but in the images you can tell they're trying to depict someone who looks like President Trump.
Conservative commentators are outraged by the New York performance. Major corporate sponsors like the airline Delta have withdrawn support on the grounds the drama crosses the line on good taste.
We have a phenomenal team of people, a great group of talent.
But President Trump's cabinet meeting this morning was more Lear than Caesar. Each secretary, even his chief of staff, pledging ever greater loyalty and tribute to their esteemed leader.
Around you, Mr. President, we thank you for the opportunity and the blessing that you've given us to serve your agenda.
Also at the table, his Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who has a key role in that other drama, the Russia thing, as the president calls it. Tomorrow, he's due to follow James Comey's appearance and answer questions on Capitol Hill over possible collusion with Moscow to influence last year's election result. And here and now, renewed focus on the Trump Hotel in Washington, D.C. Joint legal action by the state of Maryland and the D.C. Attorney General to question foreign payments to the president, banned under the so-called emoluments clause of the Constitution.
He's pitched the Trump International Hotel to foreign diplomats and to government officials. He appears frequently at Trump establishments, using his role as president as a marketing device.
And every time the president has spoken about drawing a line between his presidency and his businesses, he's walked his promises back.
Amid all this, his supporters want to see him getting things done, and every obstruction is only further proof for them that the president is on the right track.
I've been getting away with it all.